What's going on, guys? Gary here with RAS Group, back with another video today. Finally getting the part 2 of the Modern Material MODMAT-16 review done. This is my OG Modern Material rifle. We did part 1. I understand I missed a week of posting a video. I apologize, guys. Had a lot of stuff going on, but we are back at it. So, as you can see, we got the rifle here up tabletop. Before we dive into what my final thoughts and conclusions are on this rifle, as you know, there is a second range day in which we do 3 more testing drills for hit factor. I'm going to send you guys over to watch that now. Now, don't get mad at me. I don't know if it's because the SD card was telling me it wasn't full when it was. I'm not sure what happened. I'm not a techie guy, but all of the video, I take that back. All but one of the videos from the T-Rex arm string of fire, the 50 round carbine assessment, somehow got corrupted and it's not playing nice with iMovie. So what I did was I just eliminated adding that video into this video. It should make it for a shorter video. The B8 test and the RAS benchmarks were filmed though. The T-Rex arms, for whatever reason, just isn't playing nice. So, and it's not anybody's fault but mine. I'm not a tech savvy guy. Maybe it's fixable, maybe it's not. Either way, I'm just rolling with it. So go ahead, check out the range testing, and we will be right back. What's going on, guys? Gary here with RAS Group, back with another video, but part 2 of the Performance Promise review on this Modern Material rifle. So today we're going to be starting out with a B8 test, 10 yards, 10 rounds. The goal is sub 10 seconds. Obviously, we're going to try to push that to get the best hit factor we possibly can. So, without further ado, I'm going to dive right into it. That was only 9 rounds. Alright guys, so what we scored was a 90. We only shot 9 rounds, so we got a solid 9 out of 9 in the 10 and or X ring, and that was in a 557. Alright guys, so now we're going to be moving into the RAS benchmarks. First time I've ever done this with rifle. .82. 494. 0.94. 130, both to the head box. 'Kay, that was in a 170. .176. 0.75. Alright guys, so this is the end result of running the RAS benchmarks. Couple makeup attempts using my second chance per the rules. I think one of them was on the first string, just getting some comfortability with the height over bore, which was one of these shots here, and then another one of these shots here I cleaned up and I believe brought it back up into the acceptable head box area. Body's clean. Got one Charlie on the pelvis out of the, would be the pelvic A zone. So overall, not too bad. Some pretty good times. You know, something like this was designed for pistol. You should have a, you know, faster times with a rifle, higher hit factor. But we'll tally that up later and see where we're at. Now we're on to the T-Rex Arms 50 round rifle assessment. Alright guys, hopefully you enjoyed that or didn't enjoy it or hated it, whatever. Either way, it's there. So now let's run through some specs on how the testing went, my final thoughts, and wrap up this video. So first off, as you can see, we only shot 9 rounds in the B8. I miscounted, that's on me, but we ran with it because the cool part about hit factor scoring is you still get a pretty close associated score no matter how many rounds you're firing if you're 1 round off or so. It can definitely impact it. If I would have hit another 10 points in sub 6 seconds, that would have boosted the hit factor even more. However, if I would have thrown, like, say, a mic, would have impacted it quite a bit more. But either way, I ran it. I had 1 B8 target with me. So we went with what we got. I shot 9 rounds, got a score of a 90. That was in a, I want to say 557. Yep, just checking my notes here. And then it gave me a hit factor of 16.16. So ideally for a B8, I would be happy. I wasn't mad at it, but I'd be really happy with a hit factor of 20 or higher. Which a lot of it has to do with me not being much of a rifle shooter. I shoot pistol quite a bit. I dabble in rifle. I've been getting into it a lot more lately, so expect some more videos soon on that. But 16.16 on the B8 test. Next, we went to the RAS benchmarks. I ran through the entire string of fire there. Total point score was a 122. Let me see. The total time ran was 15.76. Hit factor overall was a 774. Now, I'm going to be honest. I'm not happy with this. I would like to be at least a 10 hit factor on the RAS benchmarks. They're not super easy, but they're not outside of the realm of possibility for getting a 10 hit factor or better either. Going forward, that's kind of what I want to do. I want to make sure that I'm hitting my minimal hit factors, and if I don't, I'm going to equate that to, I'm going to identify if it's a me problem or a platform problem. For this particular instance, this is a 16-inch rifle with a brake. I'm used to running an EOTech. This is a small dot. The hardest part for me was the visual acuity portion, I think, on a lot of these strings of fire because of the accessories I chose to put on the rifle. Now, I can't blame the rifle for that, so I tried to look for things specific to the rifle, not the accessories put on. You can always swap out accessories. The rifle is what the rifle is. Hopefully that makes sense. So, what did I say the hit factor was? Oh yeah, 7.74. So we're not super far off from 10. Obviously, really wish I would have had some Charlies back, faster first shots off the timer. Been doing a lot of rifle work lately, so a lot of this stuff is improving, but this just also shows me, not only for the purpose of review, but it shows me what I need to work on, right? Traditionally not a great rifle shot, so this is good data for me to have for me. Next, we did the T-Rex arms. Like I said, most of the video for that, I think all but one got somehow corrupted, and it wouldn't play nice with iMovie, so I just scrapped it from the video process. However, you'll if you don't read the blog post, you'll hear me talk about this. I did not. You'll see, I'm not lying to you about what my results were because they're actually kind of embarrassing. So, overall, I scored 201 points on the T-Rex Arms pistol assessment. I can tell you right now, I threw 15 Charlies, 1 Delta, and 1 mic over the course of this drill. Not good at all. I don't know if I was feeling like I just wasn't processing stuff right that day. I don't know what was happening. Just not good, entirely not great. Overall hit factor was a 598, and just for transparency purposes, if I would have turned that Delta into a Charlie and I wouldn't have had a complete mic, that right there, so just a delta to a Charlie and not having a mic, so at least a delta, so I wasn't down 10, would have given me a hit factor of 6.39. So it's there. I'd really like to see a 10 hit factor on this. I think there's some stuff that you can do a lot faster, or that I could do a lot faster, that, you know, I just didn't do that day. And part of this is too, this is the first review process I've ever done with a rifle, so maybe that had something to it. I was nervous. I really didn't want to do horrible, which, you know, I should never worry about that. I should just go out and perform, and the performance is what it is. So, what did I say, 598? Yeah, 598 hit factor on that. So once you average the other 3 drills we did, the Manzano Cold Start, the Eagle Tactics Take 5, and then the bill drill, we get a average hit factor across all the drills of a 12.17. Again, I'd like to see this be at least a 15, and there's definitely some spots on each of the strings of fire that I've identified as being able to do better. But I'm not mad at it. It's my first time doing it with a rifle. 12.17 is the baseline. We'll see what we can do going forward. Alright, so now let's talk about my ending thoughts on this. We're going to talk about value, fit and finish, performance, reliability and function, and cool factor. For value, I gave this an 8 out of 10. This was $1,100 to my door and I bought it. Take away the accessories, you get a better than A2 grip. You get a Magpul stock, which I feel some type of way about. I wish it was an adjustable stock. It is not. You know, mil-spec trigger, mil-spec controls. $1,100 for a rifle that has some extra attention to detail. The brake on the end. The trigger brake's a little bit nicer than mil-spec, but not much. And just the reliability that they put into these rifles, I gave it an 8 out of 10. Fit and finish, I'm also giving it an 8 out of 10 based on, you know, the description I gave the last time around on why I feel like this rifle was a solid deal out of the box at $1,100. Performance, 7 out of 10. It performed. I think the biggest detriment to it was me. But again, I know what Modern Material is capable of now. I see the rifles that they're cranking out now. So based on that, coupled with my performance on some stuff that I've seen in the past, not being able to adjust the stock to my comfort level, length of pull, whatever it may be. Some people don't think that's important. I think it 100% is. You're affecting your eye relief, you're affecting your ability to thrust your shoulder into the rifle, all sorts of stuff. 7 out of 10. Reliability, I gave it a 10 out of 10. I've had no issues that correlate to the rifle itself. I've had accessories fail. I've had ammo issues, I've had mag issues in the past, but never an issue with the rifle. You know, it really is a solid platform. I give it a 10 out of 10. Cool factor, 7 out of 10. I think it looks good. I think it's a better looking rifle, especially with the Cerakote job and the included attachments and accessories and stuff. But I don't think it's like, you know, extraordinary machining work. I don't think that it is anything way above and beyond, but I think it's definitely above average, if that makes sense, right? So total for our 50-point kind of assessment on that is 40 out of 50. Comes out to 80%. Obviously, that's within my recommendation threshold. I would 100% recommend this rifle. Even the OG Modern Material rifles, I think, are better than a lot of the other stuff that's out on the market right now. Their newer stuff, I think, is just going above and beyond. But also keep in mind, guys, I am on the Modern Material team. I do have a promo code, which is RAS5 for RAS5 for Modern Material rifles. I like those. I like the guys over there. I like the shooters that they endorse. I like how they do business. I like their products. If you think this review is completely null and void because of that, I completely understand. That's up to you. But I don't think it is. So, and as always, guys, like 90% of these attachments you see on this rifle, the optic mounts, the light, the foregrip, all that stuff, came from Brownells. Check out brownells.com. Use code BOP10 at checkout. Couldn't do a lot of stuff that we do without them. And that's it, guys. So this is the second overall performance or promises review. First first firearm to make it into the recommendation threshold. By all means, guys, hit me up with any questions. Comment down below what you think, whether it be about my shitty rifle shooting, what you think about modern material rifles, whatever it may be. Like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. We're trying to grow the channel. Guys, stay safe, stay trained, stay rad. I'll be back with the next one.